Okay, this is John's Tropical Garden. Here it is, just the beginning of winter here in Lexington, Kentucky, here at Zone 7A. And sorry, you guys, I haven't posted a video in a little while. I was in a very serious car crash, which literally almost cost me my life. You guys didn't know I deliver pizzas, and I was doing my job, and I was hit by somebody who was running a red light, and I wasn't wearing a seatbelt, and my arm was broken, ankle was sprained, shoulder was dislocated, but I am lucky to have my life and be here today to show you guys some more videos and give you guys some more tips for growing fruits and vegetables. And right now I'm going to talk about actually growing some different vegetables in containers over the winter if you live in some more temperate areas to be planted in the ground come springtime. Now, a couple of vegetables I'm going to show you guys today how to grow and plant properly in containers are blue corn and purple potatoes. And here I have a half of a little purple potato. They're little mini baby potatoes. As you can see, it's starting to see in the light, it's starting to sprout right there. Got some healthy sprouts on it. And right here I have some blue corn. These guys are just say a few weeks old. Actually, they grow very quickly. Corn, they're one vegetable you can harvest within just a few months. They grow extremely quick, especially it seems like this blue variety of corn, and they are doing extremely well due to the soil that I'm growing them in. And soil is key with growing anything, especially in containers. And for some of these vegetables, you want to have a good mix. Use a little bit of compost, not too much compost, because you don't want to give it too much richness in the soil when it's in a container, because the roots, they can't escape from it. And a little bit of compost and some coconut coir so it doesn't get overly moist and stay overly moist. And coconut coir keeps the soil nice and loose for you. And with that, add some perlite, and of course you want to add your minerals, your rock dust, your azomite rock dust, either your azomite or your volcanic rock dust, some basalt or some lava rock dust, which is really beneficial as well. I'd actually recommend that over azomite rock dust, or you can mix them together in the proper proportions. You might want to do a little more research on that, not exactly sure. But adding all those together, your little bit of compost, coconut coir, some perlite, and your mycorrhizal fungi, your beneficial fungi for the nutrient uptake. See that right here? You will be on your way to having really healthy container vegetables that you can plant in the ground come springtime. And with corn, you want to take the kernels, you want to plant them fairly deep, about 1.5 inches deep. I planted this one a bit deeper, and as you can see, it has a stronger stalk because its stalk is actually quite a bit further down. You can see the roots already in there. The roots forming super quick. And I could tell the roots are extremely healthy because of the mycorrhizal beneficial fungi. And as I said, this is going to be key. This is for nutrient uptake. It's going to give your plants the ability to absorb more nutrients faster and way more efficiently than they would by themselves. Okay, and besides the corn, I'm going to show you how to plant the purple potatoes. And the potatoes, you want to put them in a little bit deeper container, of course, because they have tuber roots. That is where your harvest is going to come from, is the roots itself, or the tubers on the roots. So you want to have a little bit deeper container. As I said, you can tell this a little bit deeper than the one for the corn. If you're growing the potatoes in a container. Okay, and I already got my soil pre-mixed out with the compost, coconut coir, perlite, and the rock dust minerals. Okay, go ahead and fill that up. Okay, and as you can see, these sprouts, sitting down, sitting the potato flat, you can see the sprouts are growing upwards like that. So you kind of want to plant them in the same way. Make your little hole. Not too deep. Maybe an inch, a little over an inch deep. Potato down in there gently, not to break the sprouts on them. Cover them with that. Oh, damn. I actually forgot to add the mycorrhizal fungi. So if you do forget to add it, what you want to do is just poke a deep hole in there like that with your finger, your middle finger, several inches deep. So you can pour some of this in there. And just put a little bit of sprinkle of it, just a little pinch of it. And get it all down in there. Spread it out if you can. And actually, it'd be best to add it to the other side as well. Poke the other side down, a little pinch. Potato came up here. Okay, cover that up, and taking all those steps, and we'll actually just, after you do all those steps, just water it moderately, not too much. Just make sure the top is a little bit moist, and it's a little bit moist underneath the top, and don't water again until the top looks completely dry, and water a little bit more once you see the sprouts come up. But with the mycorrhizal fungi, the perlite for the root development, the azomite rock minerals, coconut coir, and the richness of the compost, you will be well on your way to growing perfectly healthy, great vegetables in containers in your home. Like I said, you could either keep them in containers. Potatoes, they do really well in containers. Actually, I recommend growing them in containers. That actually, if you want, you could take a larger container, much larger than this, and fill it up with that good quality soil, as I just talked about, and plant several potatoes in there, and wait till they sprout. And you want to dry them out a little bit before you put them in there when they're sprouting, just so you don't get any mold, anything like that, any rotting from the moistness of the potatoes. Do all that, water a little bit. Give it a little bit of sun if you can put it in a windowsill, or if it's a kind of warmer day. Potatoes are fairly hardy, not nearly as hardy as the corn is, as the blue corn is right here, but they're fairly hardy. The tops of them will die back if it gets down to about 40 degrees, so you want to watch out for that. So definitely, if you want to overwinter them, just keep them in the containers through the winter. Wait, if you live in zone 7, like right at the edge of zone 7 as I do, wait till about early March, the very beginning of March, before you want to plant them outside. And do all that, and as I said, you're going to have some great vegetables. You're going to have really good yields, and you really should enjoy your vegetables that you get from that. And especially with the purple potatoes and the blue corn, two vegetables that you don't see grown too often, but I really, really love. And actually, you could look up really great recipes for purple potatoes. I know I saw one for like a sweet purple potato pie. Actually looked really great, and look really awesome with the purple pie. And the blue corn, it's really sweet. I think it's actually a bit sweeter than white or most yellow corn is. Really love it. And doing it this way, you're growing it completely organically. So you're going to, like I said, you're going to get a better yield. You're going to get better vegetables. You're going to get better fruiting out of all of those. So as I said, just take those steps and you'll get really good results. And thank you guys for watching this video. And if you could, just hit that like button, comments, or subscribe if you want. And this is John's Tropical Garden signing out. And you guys just watch my next one. Thanks.